if you're serious about any writing at all, you're going to quickly realize that the only way to make it happen is to make writing a priority in your life. If you don't feel like it is, or if you thought it was, but you're still not finding any time to get words down, it's time to rethink how you think about writing. Give yourself permission to write. Sounds simple, right? Sometimes it's the hardest thing of all. Oh, there's that pile of laundry that needs to be done, and oh, somebody should probably change the oil, and oh, there's those 30 paper snowflakes I've got to make for the classroom, and then how can you possibly justify using this time to write when there's all that and more to do? And even if you do manage to get your butt in the chair and start writing, your brain starts up a whole different list. Well, your chances of getting published are so slim. And writing a novel is such a stupid thing to do anyway. It's probably a waste of time to work on it at all, since it doesn't really make you money. And really, your plot is dumb and your writing is weak. And so what's the point of... Stop. Just stop. We all do this, you know. Every one of us has been here and worse. We've all had that bleak moment where we've stopped, fingers hovering over the keyboard, unable to write another word because we suddenly can't figure out what the point of any of this is. And why would anyone waste their precious time on this earth doing something as stupid as writing? And the question is, do you shake it off and get those fingers back down on the keys? Or do you walk away? Do you want to write? Then you deserve time to write. Your talents, your future prospects, your earning potential have nothing to do with it. You deserve to write if you're awful at it, if you never make a dime from it, if you write for yourself and never show it to anyone. The list of other things you have to do also has nothing to do with it. You deserve to write even if you've had takeout for dinner 3 nights in a row because the fridge is empty and the windows are covered with grime and there's a 10-inch stack in your inbox. You deserve to do it because you want to do it. It's so easy to play the comparison game, isn't it? To pit writing against something else in your life and pick a winner, which is almost never writing, it seems. But that's not the point. Writing is just one of many things in your life, and if it's important to you, it deserves your time. But you don't need my permission to write. You need your own. Can you do that? Can you give yourself permission to write? Can you carve time out of your day for it? Make sacrifices for it? Commit to it? Can you commit to it to the way you commit to whatever else on your list you've marked as important? Because a lot of people can't. For some, the lure of the dusting or television or Facebook is just too great for them to tear themselves away and actually write. For others, the crush of their fears, their misgivings, their insecurity make them swallow back the words and they remain too afraid to ever just write. And yet for others, there's that quiet, sad realization that they aren't willing to find a place for writing in their lives, and that perhaps they didn't love it, didn't want it, didn't need it as much as they thought. If you decide you can't give yourself permission to write and walk away from it, that's your choice. But for the rest of us, if we're serious about this, we need to realize that free time does not make itself. We have to make time for the things we want to do. Place importance on what is important to us, on writing. And the beautiful part of this is when you stop fighting the urge to write, when you ignore the other things on your list and the voices in your head, when you just give yourself permission to write, you'll find there's already a place for it in your life. There'll be these little spare moments that'll add up to hours by the end of the week. Stolen words here and there that'll add up to stolen paragraphs. And you'll find the writing getting easier as you go, taking less time for the same number of words. Will you miss what you cut out to make time for writing? Maybe. But maybe not. Besides, you'll have written. You'll have finished. Think of the satisfaction that will bring. All because you finally just gave yourself permission.